Well, here's an interesting development. A growing number of freelancers are now utilizing applications like Venmo and PayPal for their transactions. The simple accessibility and user-friendly interfaces of these platforms have revolutionized the way freelancers manage their finances. They have introduced a fast, efficient, and hassle-free way for freelancers to conduct business. However, these enhancements come with a fresh set of protocols. With the surge in digital transactions among freelancers, regulatory bodies have rolled out new norms. These norms predominantly involve stringent tax requirements that freelancers will to be vigilant about. So, along with these technological advancements, comes a new wave of tax regulations and compliances specifically designed for freelancers. The Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, recently announced a considerable shift in tax reporting requirements for payments received via apps and e-commerce platforms like eBay and Etsy. This development has sparked a flurry of conversation, particularly among freelancers, who heavily depend on these platforms to receive their pay for the services they render. Whether they're big-time freelancers or those just starting out, they will all experience the impact of this change. Interestingly, these modifications are geared towards refining the tax system, sealing any existing loopholes, and ensuring every dime earned through the digital platforms is accounted for. However, here's an unexpected turn. While this might appear like a significant move towards digitization, the IRS has chosen to postpone the rollout of this rule. In the year 2023, freelancers were expected to experience a significant regulatory change. Any payments exceeding $600 were designated to trigger the issuance of a Form 1099-K, regardless of the number of transactions. This represents a marked transformation from the old regulation, which stipulated the requirement of the form only if a freelancer had more than 200 transactions totaling over $20,000. This impending shift in financial governance was anticipated to sculpt a new landscape for freelance businesses. The new rule, though perceived as intimidating by some freelancers, promised to bring about more transparency and accountability within the sector. However, this proposed alteration has been temporarily paused. What does this mean for freelancers? As we delve deep into the implications, it's crucial to understand that the previous requirement, which necessitated over 200 transactions amounting to more than $20,000, will remain in effect for the year 2023. However, a gradual shift is on the horizon. The IRS has decided to introduce a change that will significantly affect freelancers. Starting from 2024, the threshold for reporting income will be drastically lowered to $5,000. This indeed represents a substantial policy modification. But an even more dramatic change is set to follow. By the tax year 2025, the threshold of $600 will go into effect. This phased implementation of the lower threshold brings a new financial landscape for freelancers, pushing them to adapt to the increasingly stringent tax policies. So, if you're a freelancer and your income surpasses the threshold, it is likely you'll receive a 1099-K form. Let's delve into this a little. Firstly, the 1099-K form is a tax document issued by payment processing companies, used to report the income acquired through their services. Traditionally, the income limit for triggering this form was much larger. However, due to recent regulation alterations, a broader range of freelancers are likely to receive this form in the imminent years. An essential point to grasp here is that, as a freelancer, even if you don't receive a 1099-K form, you are still obliged to report your income. Every single payment for your freelance work, no matter how you received it, is taxable. This rule has always been in place. Therefore, freelancers must report their 2023 income even in the absence of a 1099-K. The delayed implementation of these changes matters, as it gives freelancers more time to understand and comply with these new rules, but they must not ignore their obligation to report their income accurately. The IRS is postponing the application of the new reporting requirements to provide more time for an effective implementation. Recognizing the intricacy of the new regulations, the IRS concluded that an extension would be the wisest strategy. This deferment aims to facilitate a seamless transition and minimize the likelihood of mistakes or misconceptions, which could result in penalties for taxpayers. Importantly for freelancers, the IRS is preparing to introduce modifications to their Form 1040. The IRS intends to demystify it, transforming it into a more freelancer-friendly and less intimidating document. They anticipate that these changes will simplify the reporting process, making it more efficient and decreasing the chance for inaccuracies. For the freelancers, this is an opportunity to breathe easy. This announcement comes amid concerns about taxpayer confusion and scrutiny from freelancers regarding the reporting requirement. Amid these uncertain times, freelancers are left feeling overburdened by the new rules. They are intricate and layered, creating a sense of apprehension within the freelance community. However, the delay is not seen as a setback, but rather as a welcome relief. It presents an opportunity for freelancers to comprehend the complex rules better. To fully grasp the potential impact, freelancers need time to critically analyze and adapt. Ultimately, the delay provides freelancers with the necessary time to adjust and understand the new rules. In summary, the IRS has delayed the implementation of a new regulation affecting the reporting of business transactions carried out through apps like Venmo and PayPal. This implies that freelancers must keep themselves updated with the existing obligation, which continues to be in effect for 2023. The decision pushes back the gradual introduction of a lower threshold for reporting these transactions, initially planned for 2024 and 2025. However, it's crucial to remember that this deferral doesn't mean these transactions are free from tax. They form part of business income and therefore must be included while calculating taxable income. Despite the delay, freelancers must be aware that their business transactions continue to be taxable and must be accurately reported during tax filing. Stay informed, stay compliant. In this constantly evolving economic panorama, where the lines between traditional and digital commerce are blurring, individuals and entities alike, including freelancers, are required to adapt swiftly and efficiently. The introduction of new tax regulations, the rise of e-commerce, and the proliferation of digital payment systems are reshaping the way both businesses and independent professionals operate. Now, there's no dividing line between physical and virtual markets. The shift towards digitization has made it imperative for all to stay ahead of the curve. This involves understanding the implications of these changes, the potential challenges they might face, and the available strategies for effectively navigating this new terrain. As freelancers continue to navigate these changes, staying informed about these developments and their significance becomes more crucial than ever.